This
when a scheming
property is
HOA Karen
ours.
showed up to steal
Make
my
sure the
cabin
sale
right
goes
out from
through
under
quickly.
me. I turned the tables with a plan she never saw coming. She was hovering by my gate, jabbing a finger at my cabin as if it were hers. "This is it," she informed a suited guy, gesturing like she was leading a VIP walkthrough. The man clutched a clipboard, peering over the fence, grinning like the deal was sealed. I emerged on the porch, coffee in hand, and shouted, "Need something?" She didn't bat an eye. "Sure, start packing. This place is up for sale now." I chuckled at first, figuring it was a silly HOA mix-up. But then I spotted the sign she'd planted for sale, my address, my plot, my home, with her as the community rep. "Lady, this is my house," I told her, approaching the gate. She flashed a phony, pinched smile. "Not for long. The HOA's putting it on the market. Buyers are lining up." My fingers clenched around the mug. "Intriguing," I drawled, "since the HOA doesn't control me or my property." She shot the realtor a look like I was the crazy one. He murmured to her, and she replied softly, "No issue, he'll be gone soon." That's when I saw the new lock on my gate. Not mine, she'd swapped it. I yanked out my phone to dial the sheriff, but paused. A smarter move occurred to me. Silently, I headed to the shed. Soon after, I returned with my sturdy lock, a thick chain, and a sign I'd kept handy. Before they caught on, I'd secured the gate from inside with a vivid red sign declaring private property. Trespassers prosecuted. The realtor's grin vanished. Karen's face hardened. "You can't," she hissed. I savored a sip of coffee. "Just did." Karen's tone sharpened, startling the birds. "You're blocking a legitimate sale. Security's on the way." She dialed her phone, staring me down. "Fine by me," I replied, "but ensure they've got legit badges." The realtor retreated, second-guessing his payday. "Perhaps we ought to," he began, but she dismissed him. 2 minutes passed, and a battered white SUV bumped down the dirt path, kicking up dust. 2 guys emerged in uniforms sans patches or agency marks. One sported a belt clip badge, the sort from online for cheap. "Sir, open this gate," the bigger one ordered. I eyed him and grinned. "First, cite the law allowing you here." Karen folded her arms. "They're community enforcers. Fully authorized." I neared the fence, dropping my voice for their ears. "Here's the deal, I know actual cops. Trained them. SWAT deputies, Truton, I can tell." I hesitated, letting it sink in. "You're not legit." The imposters swapped glances, but Karen interrupted. "Your tales won't scare me," she snapped. "Not a tale," I countered. "Phone out again. It's a direct line to the sheriff. Leave or justify those phony badges on my turf." The tall one fidgeted. The other whispered, "Karen, maybe we..." But she silenced him. Then a familiar rumble approached, deep and steady. A county patrol truck eased to a halt behind the SUV, lights pulsing red and blue through the foliage. The genuine sheriff exited, solid build, reflective shades, the type who commanded respect quietly. Morning, he greeted, scanning from me to Karen to the duo in fake gear. "Care to explain my presence?" Karen leaped in. "Yes, he's squatting illegally. We've got a buyer, he's halting the deal. Plus, he menaced my guards." She pointed at them like saviors. The sheriff's face stayed neutral, but he glanced my way. "That accurate?" I inhaled deeply. "No, Sheriff, my land. She's intruding. They're posing as officers," and she replaced my lock. I raised my phone. Got it all recorded. The sheriff faced the guards. Names. They fumbled. One offered a name I recognized as bogus. I'd trained the real guy years back. Nothing like this. The sheriff's jaw set. Badge ID's quiet. Karen advanced, trying to steer. "This is internal HOA business, Sheriff. We hold sway here." He shut her down with a glare. "Mum, without the deed in HOA hands, no power to sell or alter locks." She paused briefly, then smirked. "I do have the deed." She dug into her bag, unveiling a folder like a trump card. The sheriff scanned it, brow furrowing. "Interesting." He eyed me. "Says transfer 2 weeks back." My gut sank. I'd signed zilch. Karen crossed her arms, smirk growing. "See, legal. He's overstayed by weeks." The sheriff passed the docs. My signature absent, instead a crude forgery and unknown buyer. Not my writing. Not my righted. Karen shrugged. "Irrelevant records confirm it. Taxes paid too." I squinted. "Whose funds?" She ignored, turning to the realtor, who feigned phone business. The sheriff scratched his chin. "Grave stuff. Fake docs mean felony, but can't verify roadside." Karen piped up, voice climbing. "Okay, while you check, he vacates." Buyer's eager. I edged to the gate. No chance. Then I leaned to the sheriff, voice firm for Karen to overhear. "Sheriff, installed security cams 2 months ago. Logs every plate, every approach, time-stamped. Off-site backups." Karen's poise fractured first time. "You can't, that's invading." I interrupted. "My property, my setup, my proof. Footage from recent weeks shows who filed those fakes." The sheriff's gaze sharpened, envisioning it. "Fine," he declared. "Office trip now to review records." Karen protested, but a glossy black SUV cruised up, plate obscured, windows dark. It parked behind the truck. The exiting man blanched Karen. He shut the door deliberately, tall, polished, suited for dirt roads, approaching silently. Karen's bold voice softened. "I didn't expect you personally," she stuttered. He bypassed her, eyes on me, cool and assessing. Then to the sheriff officer, "No need for mess. Papers in order. Rights intact. Handle privately." The sheriff cocked his head. "Who are you?" The man flashed a wallet, not a badge, a card with gold logo, Marlowe and Steele Holdings. Unknown to me, but Karen's glances screamed familiarity. I advanced. The buyer, his mouth twitched, almost smiling, representing urgent interests in this spot. My hold on the gate firmed. Odd, since it's not listed. Karen regained speech. "Mr. Steele's connected. Bigger picture. Vacate. Get paid maybe." Her tone oozed false nicety, eyes evasive, fearing revelations. The sheriff's tolerance waned. Deeds valid or not. Till confirmed, no entry. Steele stared him down. "Sheriff," I chuckled. "Ditto." Steele's face twitched as I continued. "Verify the original title. Filed 2 decades ago." The sheriff queried. "Original?" I affirmed. 2005, Dad's name, inherited on his passing. Certified copy safe, notarized, untouchable. Karen sneered but quavered. "Means nothing. Titles update." This did. She jabbed the folder like gospel. Hands shaking. I leaned so Steele heard. "Flaw in your scheme, bought bogus deed from non-owner. Exposure means charges on you." The sheriff's radio buzzed. "Dispatch to Unit 4. Courthouse cam from 2 weeks, transfer by female, mid-50s, blonde bob, flowery top." Eyes turned to Karen. She stiffened. "Not me. Wasn't there." But the sheriff headed to his truck. "We'll verify. If match, add impersonation, fraud, illegal lock swap." Steele neared her, hissing low. "You swore clean deal," said squatter. Karen paled. "He should have left." I smirked. "Apologies." The sheriff addressed me. "Sir, station with us. Bring title copy. We'll sort it." I agreed, thinking of its secure spot. But as we moved, Steele phoned aside, murmuring, "Plan B tonight." Those words sliced through. I halted, feigning jacket fix, ears tuned. Steele's calm hid ruthlessness. "Risky or not? Empty first, then torch it." My insides chilled. "Not dox my home." Karen saw my face, averted eyes, twisting her shirt. She knew. Wouldn't halt it. The sheriff noted my shift. Problem. I glanced at Steele, phone stowed, feigning innocence. "All good." Steele rushed. "Wrap up." I decided no reveal here with them twisting facts. Instead to sheriff, "Yeah, but I'll tail in my truck." He assented. They departed. I veered to woods trail looping behind cabin. From cover, road visible. Soon dark van arrived, parking suspiciously distant. 2 gloved men exited, one with red gas can. I crouched in trees. Phone recording. They line to gate, assuming open. Found my chain, 1 fetched cutters. Then I emerged, pumping shotgun. Not pointed, just echoing threat. "Private land," I stated evenly. 5 seconds to justify gas. 1 draw the bluffed. Maintenance." I arched brow. "Daytime, no masks usually." Nodded at cam. "Grin for feeds." Didn't need to call. Sheriff looped back, wary of Steele's haste. Truck blocked, van lights on. Minutes later, men cuffed. "Sheriff, to me, not your hires, I bet." I gave phone with vid and bonus. Voice memo of sender. By evening, Karen busted for fraud, trespass. Steele nabbed for arson, conspiracy, theft. Marlowe and Steele flipped old spots illegally. Mine resisted quietly. Locking gate that night, eyed new sign by chain. Protected land. Owner armed. Recording. Thought of Dad, his legacy title. Foes with sham docs and threats. Glanced roadward. Grumbled. Didn't serve this nation to yield to thieves. Headed inside my cabin, my turf, my terms. Sure none would try again.